every lesson
a
on
human
World War
tragedy.
II.
As an
Just how did
example,
a democracy like Germany
in
fall
Venezuela,
under the sway of a tyrant in the first
more than
place?
2 million
It all
people
goes
have
back to
fled the
Germany's loss to
anguish
the Allies
inflicted
in
by
World War
the
I.
socialist
German leaders
Maduro
were forced
regime
to sign the Treaty of
and its
Versailles,
Cuban sponsors.
agreeing to shrink its armed forces.
Not long
give
ago,
up land,
Venezuela was one
and
of
pay
the
large
richest
sums of money
countries
in
on earth.
reparations, weakening its already
Today,
unstable
socialism
economy.
has
Many Germans
bankrupted
felt
the
humiliated
oil-rich
and
nation
betrayed by their leadership,
and driven
there was
its
growing
people
fear that their nation would be
into
stuck in
abject
poverty and decline.
poverty.
In this climate of
Virtually
bitterness,
everywhere
Hitler rose to
socialism
prominence.
or communism
A gifted
has been
public
tried.
speaker, he captured
It
the
has
people's
produced suffering,
disillusionment
corruption,
with a series
and
of
decay.
speeches calling for a stronger, unified
Socialism's
Germany.
thirst for
He
power
insisted that one
leads
group
to
was to blame for the
expansion,
nation's post-war
incursion,
misfortunes,
and oppression.
the Jews.
All nations of the world
Hitler
should
and his
resist
followers attempted a
socialism
government coup in 1923,
and the misery
but the plan
that
failed.
it brings to
Hitler
everyone.
was jailed for treason for
In
9
that
months.
spirit,
But the publicity
we ask the
from the failed
nations
coup
gathered
made
here
him
to
more
join
popular
us
than
in
ever.
calling for
Then,
the restoration
in 1929,
of
the
democracy
Great
in
Depression
Venezuela.
hit, destroying the German economy
Today we are
overnight
announcing
and
additional
leaving
sanctions
millions
against
unemployed. Hitler saw the
repressive
ensuing
regime,
chaos as his
targeting
opportunity
Maduro's
to
inner
seize
circle
power.
and close
He
advisors.
loudly criticized the ruling
We are
government
grateful
and
for
promised to
all of the
return
work the
Germany to
United
greatness.
Nations does around the world to help
Long-suffering
people build
Germans
better
believed
lives
they had finally found their
for
savior.
themselves and their families.
In Germany's
The
1932
United States
elections,
is the world's
the
largest
Nazis
giver
won a majority of seats
in the
Parliament,
world by far
and Hitler ran
of
for
foreign
president.
aid.
Though he
But
lost,
few give
his
anything
soaring
to us.
popularity inspired President Paul
That is
von
why we are
Hindenburg to
taking a
appoint
hard
him
look at
Chancellor,
U.S. foreign
the head
assistance
of the German government.
that will
As
be
Chancellor,
headed up
Hitler
by
wasted
Secretary
no
of
time
State
tightening his grip on
Mike
every aspect of
Pompeo.
German life. He
We
tripled
will
the size
examine
of the
what is
military,
working,
violating
what
the
is not
Treaty of
working,
Versailles.
and whether
Under
the
Hitler's
countries
orders,
who
rival
receive our
parties were
dollars
banned, while paramilitary
and our
groups
protection
cracked down on
also
protests
have
and
our
executed
interests
political
at heart.
opponents. Anti-Semitic laws
Moving
prohibited
forward,
Jews from working,
we are only
voting,
going to give
and
foreign
occupying
aid
public
to those
spaces.
who respect
A
us
propaganda department produced
and,
art,
frankly,
films, and books
are
praising Hitler
our
and
friends. We
embracing
expect
his vision of a better
other
Germany.
countries to pay their
After
fair
the death
share
of President von
for
Hindenburg in 1934,
cost
Hitler declared himself Führer, an absolute
In the
dictator.
economic crisis, the
With
Nazis'
Germany
vote
under his
increased.
total control,
They still said the
Hitler
same.
would shift his
Versailles
focus
was a
to
crime,
global
Jews should be
domination,
denied German
setting
citizenship,
the stage
Marxism
for
should be
World War
destroyed,
II.
and Germany must be reborn.
After
Their
a
message hadn't
protester
changed.
unfurled a
It was
Nazi
just that
flag
now more
bearing a
Germans were ready to
swastika
hear it.
just as Bernie Sanders was
And in
taking
this
the
economic
stage last
crisis,
night at
people
an
who had
Arizona
never
rally.
seen or heard
Today,
Hitler
Sanders, who is
still
Jewish and
voted
had relatives
Nazi.
who died in the Holocaust, says what happened is horrific. The incident is sparking new calls for the Secret Service to protect both Sanders and his chief
In a
rival,
remote
Joe
town
Biden.
in Germany's Prussia like Weidenburg, in 1928 the Nazis got 2.3% of the vote. In 1930 their vote leapt up to 25.8%. Yet Hitler didn't visit here, and there was no Nazi party organization in the town. But it wasn't just the Nazis who began to do well. The communists started to pick up votes too. Something sinister was happening to this new democracy. It seemed to be splitting apart as voters rushed to the extremes. Alois Pfaller had joined the Communist Party in the late 1920s and now started taking on the Nazis in the streets.
Ja, was hast du machen können? Du musstest jeden Tag stempeln im Arbeitsamt und dann hat man sich getroffen. Und da ging die Diskussion los. Die Streitereien, da waren SEA-Leute dabei, da waren SPD-Leute dabei, da waren Kommunisten dabei, da waren Freithinker dabei.
Wir hatten natürlich auch Zusammenstöße, aber wir hatten da keine Waffen. Also die Klaren konnten ja nur höchstens uns verteidigen und den Gegner selbst mit Fäusten bearbeiten. Das wollte man nicht. Und das war schon öfters notwendig. Und sahen im Saal dann
challenges our countries face is the specter of socialism. It's the wrecker of nations and destroyer of societies. Events in Venezuela remind us all that socialism and communism are not about justice. They are not about equality. They are not about lifting up the poor. and they are certainly not about good of the nation. Socialism and communism are about one thing only: power for the ruling class. Today I repeat a message for the world that I have delivered at home. America will never be a socialist country. In the last century, socialism and communism killed 100 million people. Sadly, as we see in Venezuela, the death toll continues in this country. These totalitarian ideologies combined with modern technology have the power to excise new and disturbing forms of suppression and domination. For this reason, the United States is taking steps to better screen foreign technology and investments and to protect our data and our security. We urge every nation present to do the same. Freedom and democracy must be constantly guarded and protected, both abroad and from within. We must always be skeptical of those who want conformity and control. Even in free nations, we see alarming signs and new challenges to liberty.
Kämpfen, das kam öfters vor. Ich glaube, beide Parteien natürlich. Die einen wie die anderen.
This is an energy drink. Look, this is what, yo guys, this is what the cops drink. I'm gonna drink this because I'm thirsty, but I'm saying that nobody should be drinking this stuff.
Police presence. We have no idea who the fuck invited you, but you are not invited to this protest. You are not welcome here. We don't fucking need you to keep us safe. Please keep us safe. We don't need you. We want to defund you and give you those stupid fucking fights, in my opinion. Yeah, you're bunch of fucking stupid. Don't fight the fast anyway. Don't fight the fast anyway.
Hitler said that he was the strong man who could solve the economic crisis. At the head of a dynamic party that promised it would destroy Germany's internal enemies and rebuild the country around national unity. And Hitler campaigned in a fresh and original way. In his 1932 Hitler over Germany presidential election campaign, he traveled by aeroplane to 20 cities in 7 days.
Motorcycles, they're 300K Bobcats that they use for like riots here, and giving them SUVs, simple tools that they can.
Though he was to lose the election to President Hindenburg, Hitler had established himself as a credible alternative leader of Germany.
In diesem Winter habe ich das gestern mit Hitler erlebt und da war schon eine Menschenmasse und wahrscheinlich kann ich mir das heute nur so erklären durch die Not, die die Menschen durchgemacht haben und durchmachten gerade in der großen Arbeitslosigkeit. Das war sehr, sehr schlimm. Und da wurde Hitler wohl mit seiner Erklärung zu einem Heilsbringer. Er hat gesagt, ich hole euch raus aus diesem Elend, ihr müsst nur alle mitmachen. Und das haben alle verstanden.
The Nazi Party proposed little in the way of detailed policies, but it offered order, discipline, and the personality of Adolf Hitler. Fridolin von Spahn met him in the early 1930s.
Und auf einmal merke ich, dass der Blick von Hitler auf mir ruht. Und ich schaue auf, tatsächlich. Er schaut mich so an. Und das war einer der seltsamsten
Momente meines Lebens.
It has been completely misinterpreted since the Third Reich.
Okay, now I've got to stop.
Like I'm a Holocaust
Misinterpreted. 6 million Jews were killed.
You'll never sell me on that.
I'm not trying to sell you.
Yeah.
It is reality. It's history. It cannot be denied.
Daniel Burnside is a lightning rod of discord in Ulysses, Pennsylvania. Population 690. With the help of the internet, his message has spread far and wide, giving his town attention it does not want.
Rural America spoke up when they elected Trump. Rural America.
And by rural America, he means white America.
We're staring down the barrel of a gun here in white America. There's still 193 million white Americans. Yes, the vast majority of them are in their 60s and 70s, will be in the ground in the next 20 years, and therefore we have the possibility of becoming a minority in our own country. The possibility.
It sounds to me
of becoming a minority in our own country.
like you're afraid of being me. And being me
This is my country.
is great. This is also my country.
You guys didn't win the culture war.
He invited us on his property to talk, but when he doesn't like our conversation, he explodes.
Get the out of here! Now!
We do. Just down the street, we're met by a dozen residents who say Burnside does not speak for this town.
There are families in this county that blame politics for people like him sort of being able to come out and be very loud. Is that fair?
Our president we've got right now hasn't helped the situation a whole lot. You know, he's done a lot of the same beliefs. You know, at least he won't speak against them. Okay, this guy feeds off that stuff.
Among the crowd, many with grandfathers or fathers who fought the Nazis in World War II.
The good people, and he's stepping on us. He's stepping on all of us. You know, we're all one tribe. You know, and who does he think he is?
Teacher Debbie Hamilton says she just returned from touring concentration camps in Poland.
One of the things that we spent a lot of time talking about was passive resistance versus active resistance.
So far, they've chosen passive resistance with Burnside. On the other side of Potter County, Joe and Shoshana Leshner are convinced passive resistance is the wrong choice.
I'm not saying you should go to their houses with pitchforks and guns, you know. I'm saying hold a peaceful protest against them.
Traditionalist American Knights of the Ku Klux Klan Neighborhood Watch.
After seeing KKK flyers appearing in their neighborhood and Burnside's decorations in their county, Joe did protest, only to receive a threat by one of the supremacists he stood against.
They would look at me and give me the finger and even make little